Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Jack, and you are listening to Couch Co-op. I'm sitting here with my co-host Sean Pitts.
What's up, guys?
We are playing Battlefield this week. Well, rather Sean is, and he's doing pretty well with the shotgun online. So hopefully we won't hear any like rage quits or controllers smashing through TV screens or anything like that.
You should know that I never do that. I don't rage quit normally.
That's good.
I don't throw my controllers anymore.
Not since the Gears of War days.
I literally put a controller through my wall.
Those are dark times.
Gears of War. Gears of War was so broken online. I love that game and I'm very good at it, but the
original one is yeah.
There were some things in that game that just did not make any sense.
Yeah.
A lot like Battlefield.
Which is kind of our big topic this week. We've both been playing Battlefield quite a bit, and it's been a lot of fun. But, you know, as you mentioned, there are a few of those more frustrating glitches, I guess. Or just, you know, whenever you're connecting with an online server, there's a chance that there could be a little delay that causes some frustration, stuff like that.
The biggest problem with Battlefield is that this game is clearly not built for the console that I'm playing it on.
That is true.
It's very evident by the fact that not only does it crash my PlayStation once every couple of hours, but you can hear my PlayStation right now as my TV's on mute, struggle.
You may actually be able to hear it. But the exciting thing is that ends in less than a week.
Yeah, new PlayStation.
Yeah, new PlayStation's coming out.
God.
And 2 weeks from now is its competitor, the Xbox One.
Yeah, it's both very exciting.
It's been exciting. It's almost all we've been able to talk about for the last week or so.
I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready to not have my fucking console take a shit every time I try to play this game.
It literally feels like my console's like pooping its pants every single time. You hear it struggle, and then all of a sudden, it just stops. Everything stops. The whole thing shuts down.
Yeah, and I'll get into like a good room, and I'll be like, man, these kids.
Yeah, you and me
will
be on a tear, and we'll be just ruining other teams, and then all of a sudden, my console will die in the middle of it, and.
Yeah, it's so fucking frustrating. I can't wait. I mean, you know, I say that, and God knows what problems the PlayStation 4 is going to have at launch.
Well, let's.
Did I just shoot you in the face with a shotgun? Come on,
that is spirits
ridiculous.
But yeah, no, it's very exciting. So we've been playing a lot of Battlefield 4 online. And have you even looked at the campaign yet?
Oh, please.
No. Okay. Right,
I'm going to play it because I want one of the pistols that you can only unlock through playing single player, which is so dumb.
I mean, I'm okay with that, but
I am not okay with that. Just leave your single player out of my online, and I'll leave my online out of your single player. This is some horse shit.
The people at BioWare could have been told that when they included all that Mass Effect nonsense, multiplayer nonsense into the Mass Effect 3. This bears no relevance for you. You have no idea what I'm talking about. You never played those games.
I know what you're talking about. I just never did it.
Okay. I was like, this might not be the most effective metaphor for you. But no, I get what you're saying. It doesn't really bother me because I was going to do it anyway, but...
I did not pay this money to...
mess around in single player.
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, the single player is pretty subpar.
Stale.
Yeah.
I think stale is a good word for it.
Stale? I mean, again, I haven't even really looked at it. But no, I mean, I don't really mind. And like, this is, you know, no one's pretending anymore. This is clearly a game built for its online community and its multiplayer, you know. So I get that they don't really have to put that much effort into their single player. My argument is why bother putting it in at all at that point. But
I mean, I don't know why. I mean. Yeah.
I can't imagine there's a large group of people playing.
I feel like there was a
player.
Battlefield that didn't have single player, like Battlefield 2042 or something like that didn't have single player.
There was a 2042?
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that.
There's a bunch of Battlefield games. The Battlefield World War II games were absolutely amazing.
Oh, no, I played 1942.
Yeah, but I think there was a 2042 or something.
I never heard about that. I have no idea.
I have to ask Nick. Nick is our resident Battlefield expert.
Oh, yeah. Well, not resident, but...
I talk to him at least. He doesn't work for the website, but...
Yeah.
He played more Battlefield. He plays actually more online games than anybody I know.
Wow.
He is very good at Counter-Strike, very good at like those hardcore first-person shooters online.
Right.
The ones that you have to grow a beard in order to even connect to a server. High standards.
High standards, yeah. They're like, can we get a picture? We're going to need some facial recognition and everything like that. And actually, I wanted to talk about first-person shooters as well, because we're talking about Battlefield. Really, I guess what I wanted to ask you is, like, is it possible to have online multiplayer be, like, satisfying in terms of the rules? I mean, every couple sessions, you're either booted from a session or you or you know everyone gets upset about like that person should have killed me. I started shooting first, stuff like that.
No, it's
like,
impossible.
It's impossible to have a good.
Because it is good. Like this is good. Well, this isn't good. But I've played good first-person shooters. First-person shooters that make sense. COD 4 was a great example. Like, COD 4, I very rarely was ever like, I shouldn't have died there. Normally, unless the dude's, using Juggernaut, and if you use Juggernaut in Call of Duty 4, go fucking kill yourself.
No idea.
You're the worst type of person.
Didn't really play online.
No, but like I said, it's tough now because you're never gonna see what the server is actually picking up. Like it's always gonna look delayed. And there's like a great example is like some kill cams and you'll watch in like Modern Warfare 2 and like you're not even close. Like not even close. I've watched Fred hit people in the chest with grenade launcher rounds on his screen, and in the kill cam it go like 20 feet away from him.
Yeah.
So like it is very. You'll never. I won't say never. It would be very weird if I ever came to a game where like it just worked every time.
I think it's another one of those things where like our ambition has outstripped. Is that the word? Whatever. Our ability to actually make these things function. We want to have these amazing online shooters, and we do, but no, not enough people have like a solid internet connection, like a fast enough internet connection to make everything perfect for everyone. So maybe it's just a matter of time.
Yeah, maybe.
Hope so.
You'll always get that kid. The thing is, we live in such a fucking bubble, right? Like, I live in New Jersey. I have stable internet connection. This is the same argument that I had when the Xbox One was announced to be online all the time. I was like, who fucking cares? And, like, the guys over at IGN were like, that doesn't affect us. I'm always online anyway. Always online. Yeah. And they're doing firmware updates at Best Buy, our local Best Buy, for people who buy the PlayStation. Because it doesn't come with the capacity to play Blu-rays out of the box. That's a fucking update you have to put it in.
Which I think is weird, but
ridiculous.
Again, like
ridiculous. You're counting on your audience to have an internet connection.
But it doesn't really affect us.
That doesn't affect me at all.
Yeah.
But like and I realized I was like, man, who fucking cares about that? I'll just do it at home. And then I was like, wait a minute, there's some people who can't.
Yeah.
People in the Midwest, like
the problem arises though because you may have to wait in line for those people.
Yeah, fuck that. I don't know. Let's be honest. I will not be waiting in line.
I know people, they can do things.
I will take a shit on someone's desk if I have to wait in a line.
They might not respond well to that. I don't know if you'll get what you want.
Oh, I'll get what I want.
I'll get what I want.
You fucking worry.
I knew. I have a feeling that's where I was
worry about
going.
you, and I'll worry about me. All right.
Well, I know people at my local store where I'll be picking this up, so hopefully I'll be able to just waltz in around, 12:30 and just pick it up and leave. And I paid it off today, which is
I was there.
Very cool. I mean, I may not have been talking specifically to you, sir.
Oh, okay, I guess it's okay.
Which feels good. I'm like ready for the next generation. I'm fully equipped. I'm ready to go. I've distanced myself from this generation's games, and I'm like all set.
Yeah, I traded in 1 billion games today. I got $80.
I saw you had like an entire giant bag full.
Any day where you could trade in games like Madden 06 and fucking get $80, that's a good day.
It's a good day.
I cannot. So in Battlefield, completely off topic, you are like supposed to be a special forces agent who not only can operate like every gun known to man, but I can also fly helicopters, fly jets.
Different models, yeah.
Not well,
yeah.
But fly helicopters, fly jets, drive every tank, drive stick, drive a jeep. I cannot.
Literally one of the most well-trained people you can imagine.
I cannot climb, like, over something though. It's like really hard for me. Like I'll get stuck on like hills in the ground.
Yeah,
little like molehills.
Like, dude,
can
this guy not do like one pull up? Like, yeah, I'm not even talking, and it doesn't even have to be up to like your shoulders. Like people will just stop. Like it'll be, one of the biggest appeals about Battlefield is the destructible environments, and a lot of times you'll knock out a wall
and just be stuck.
And there'll be little bits of wall, like still left.
Yeah, just run past
Yeah, exactly. If you don't approach that just right, there's like a 50% chance, at least in my experience, that you just might not get over that.
Bro, I got stuck on a desk inside of my fucking school in this game. I was just stuck on it. I could not get over the desk, and the bomb went off. I almost.
There are no words.
Yeah, bad things.
So I think you discovered the secret to this gun, AIM. Yeah. But all in all, I would say Battlefield's a good experience.
That's a great game.
And like, I would recommend that anyone, first of all, play with us because we're pretty solid.
I mean, like, not to toot our own horn. I'll just read you the statistics. We have over a 75% win ratio.
Yeah. And like
You know,
that's that's pretty solid. Obviously,
I have
that means
yeah.
someone out there has a 25% because of us.
Yeah.
Not everyone can be winners. That sounds like such a dick thing to say. I kind of feel bad.
Well, like I said, we do win a lot. And,
Yeah, it's just the numbers.
it's a fun game to play. I'm at level 30 already.
Especially with the team, and that's the thing. Like you, me, and Fred have all played in the same room together, and
Huge advantage.
it's just first of all, it's
such a
amazing
stupid
because you can
advantage.
you can coordinate so much.
I
better.
could just point at my television and be like, he's there.
And it's the generation's finally ending. Maybe it's a little bit late for this argument, but it does kind of show the difference between the two consoles in that like 25% of the people online here have a headset and will talk,
And 95% of the people on Xbox have a headset.
and are
And you
all
can't get them to
too
shut the
willing.
fuck up?
Yes, exactly. All too willing to talk constantly.
About everything. About everything.
So I mean, there are pros and cons,
Don't be
obviously.
that guy.
But you were saying before, like if everyone just listened and everyone just coordinated.
That's the thing. Like, you might not have a mic, but I don't wear a mic because, like, I don't, I will just do it myself.
Yeah, we own them, but we don't really.
I don't
use
really
them.
use my mic. But if people would just listen to, like, or just, like, use basic sense. Like, there's a lot of... I want to almost go over some tips. That was one of the things I wanted to do in the show. Just give people some fucking tips. I can tell you without even playing with you if you're a good Battlefield player. If you are 20 minutes into the game and you have one kill with your sniper rifle, you're not helping your team.
No.
In any facet of the way. And there are people that just sit in the back and snipe.
On every server, there's at least one of those
God.
guys who has like 5 deaths
And one kill.
And
And
you're
he's sitting so unimaginably far away.
yeah, from the battlefield.
It's so-
not to be like funny.
It's so fucking
It's so-
frustrating, dude. I want to kill that person. I sent a very angry message to a kid the other night, and he ended up not being a mean kid. But I was
you brought out the Xbox side of you,
man,
and then
dude, I wanted this kid to be
and
an
then this kid
asshole,
showed
and
you
he was
his
like,
PlayStation side, and he was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry," and you were like, "Oh."
I was like, no, I feel bad. But I don't. I felt bad for like a minute, and then it went away. Because, like, this kid was... We played, 5 games with him?
Yeah, yeah.
And, like, he had, like, 2 kills over 5 games.
He
Which-
more than had a chance to first of all adjust his behavior.
Yeah, it wasn't like he was just sitting there sniping
Yeah,
once.
he wasn't bad once. He was bad 5 times.
And like, I'm not talking about, like, 5, like, rounds. No, 5 games. Like, 5 whole maps.
Yeah.
Attacking and defending.
Exactly. Yes.
And, like, I kept giving him a chance, and I would stand in front of him when he was sniping to like block
Try and
him.
let him know.
To be like, and then I would I would point on my screen because you can use commands on the screen, and I'd be like, "Come on, let's go!" Like telling him to follow me.
Yeah.
What was frustrating is that, like, obviously, if you've never played Battlefield, on Battlefield you could spawn on your teammates, which is awesome if you have good teammates. But if you have one kid who refuses, no matter what happens, to help you capture the objective, no matter what happens, is sitting 1,000 yards away, not contributing to the team in the least bit, yeah, you're gonna frustrate me. And he did. He frustrated the shit out of me, and I was very upset about that.
Yeah.
And
So
I sent him a very mean
sent
message.
him.
I wasn't that mean.
No,
I
you
was
weren't, like, volatile.
I just
You
told
were
him
just,
he was
like,
worthless.
Well,
Those are my exact words. I said, "You are worthless to this team," because in 5
okay.
games he didn't even come near the objective.
I was like, if you just left it at worthless, that might be a little
You're
strong.
a worthless human being.
Just it stings hearing it. You're not even
I've
talking
said
to me.
that. I've said that on Xbox.
Oh man. But again,
Darker days.
Yeah.
It was the Wild West, dude. We didn't know. It was the first time we had internet video games. Real internet video games. Everybody had a mic. Oh my god.
Everyone was willing to use it.
There was kids there from the south. It got heated. It got heated. But those are the crazy days. They had to change Gears of War because of the amount of trash talking that would go on. Because you could talk shit to the other team during rounds, or in between rounds when you would die. So if you would kill somebody and you would die, you could talk to them.
Mm-hmm.
And you could just talk so much shit. That was the best.
Oh man.
And then Xbox Live parties ruined everything.
Or fixed everything.
No, it also
Depending
ruined
on which
everything.
way you want to look at
No,
it.
it ruined everything because, like, in Gears it used to be like 4 people go in and then you would just start losing teammates. Like, they would cut out mid-sentence because they would die.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you were the only kid
Which I think is
alive-
actually kind of cool. But
when you were the only kid alive, you were the only kid alive.
yeah.
You couldn't talk to anybody. You couldn't get advice from anybody. If you didn't see something on your screen, you didn't have 4 other fucking kids looking at your screen, being like, "Oh, bro, you missed him. He's like on the left."
Yeah.
So, and it was like made the experience like way more nerve wracking, and that was so cool. and they fucking ruined it with Xbox Live parties.
I feel like that's a problem just because it could have still been cool.
Yeah.
Like they could have. I'm sure there was a way with parties to like cut someone's mic or something. I don't
Well,
know.
no, they do it in COD. They do it in like Search. I think you can't be in a party; they'll kick you from parties.
Oh, alright.
And like COD does it right there. I don't say that sentence often, but COD does it right.
Should have.
Call of Duty's also out, by the way, and
Haven't played it.
haven't played it either. And it's weird because I thought I was gonna buy that game at launch, and I completely forgot Battlefield was coming out, and then I played You know what it was? Is I watched the review of Battlefield, and I was like, wow,
I
that
need
looks
this in my life.
that looks just like the game I remember when I used to play Bad Company 2.
Yeah.
And by the way, that I just got killed in the game by somebody who I killed.
Yeah,
Ridiculous.
That's infuriating. In every game that it ever happens.
Yeah, like the
It
tie.
happens all the time in Halo.
Yeah.
Happens all like where you both just simultaneously kill each other. Explain to me how that works. Bullets move super fast.
Especially when I shoot you in the face with a shotgun.
Yeah. Like there are times when I'm like, okay, maybe a dying person could get a couple pulls on the trigger before he goes down, but like I've shot people in the face
I shot
with a
people
sniper.
facing in the wrong direction. And
Yeah.
they fucking spun around and killed me at the same time.
So that's
Bullshit. We'll go over the flaws of Battlefield later, but like it's a great game. I saw the review for it, and I was a huge Battlefield Bad Company 2 fan, and I didn't like Battlefield 3. I don't know why. I just didn't like it.
Yeah,
I feel like they got away from what it was in Bad Company 2. I don't know why I think that, but it just felt like that to me when I played it. Maybe I was burnt out. I played Battlefield Bad Company 2, kind of like I'm playing this game, except for
just
months.
constantly.
Except for months.
Well, who knows what'll happen? We could still be playing this in a month. There aren't that many games coming out, right?
Yeah, and I'm already at level 30. 33. Yeah, but
oh yeah, no, I wrote a piece recently about how you guys got me to play it,
yeah,
and like how it got me to stay, and like you and Fred sat here on this very couch, and just whispered into my ear all the great things that Battlefield would be.
I never whispered in your ear.
Well, I mean, I was not on the same couch as you, so. But you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And
I just want to set that straight.
let's just make it clear for the record. No, and I couldn't, I was like, it can't be that good. It can't be that much fun. And honestly, it's one of the better online experiences I've ever had.
Yeah, I told you, like I said, it's very unique. It's a unique experience. What?
I mean, come on.
What?
I'm glad you're committed.
I am committed. My game's loading.
Okay.
I'm not gonna stare into your eyes while we fucking do this podcast. If I want to check my goddamn phone, you were just texting a couple seconds ago.
No, it wasn't.
You weren't texting Kate.
No, not before. That was before the podcast.
Oh, okay. Whatever. But yeah, Battlefield's good.
It is good.
All right, what were we saying? Oh, you fucked me up.
We gotta stop. Yeah, and that's one of those things that like attracts me to the game is the fact that like I said this last week. I think that like anything that is new, anything unique, something I can't really find in 100 other places, that's gonna make me, at the very least, very interested in your game.
Yeah, and DICE does it. DICE does destruction better than anybody.
It's the destruction, and it really is. We were just talking about this a couple minutes ago. It's impossible to win without a good team.
Yeah, it's not even impossible to win. It's impossible to do well.
Yeah, like
without a good team.
As an individual, it's
very hard
difficult,
because like, if I don't have people helping me disarm the fucking bomb, I'm just gonna keep running in there and dying.
Yeah,
and that's so fucking frustrating.
And yet, like, it's because of that focus on teamwork that makes you feel like, as an individual with a good team, you can do anything. Like, you can win a round.
Achieve anything.
No, I mean, come on. I don't want to sound like that, but
you sound like that.
I bet
I just shot that guy through the floor. You know what? I'm playing right
Battlefield.
now. Yeah, right? I'm playing Team Deathmatch right now. I'm not playing Rush because Team Deathmatch is significantly easier. Like, it's just
play alone.
It's just so much easier to play alone. I don't really even have to think. I just have to go and do the things that I've been doing since I was 15 and started playing online games.
Yeah.
Shoot people with shotguns, like, very easy.
It's very up your alley.
Yeah. So like, I would not play Rush talking on doing a podcast because I would have to pay you.
You have to really
attention.
focus. Yeah, I mean, because it's you need to be a team player at that point.
Yeah, and that's what I'm getting at, and that's what I think is one of the other things that I love about it is like, there's and this is the slogan of the game, but there's a lot of stuff you can only do in Battlefield.
Oh, thank you. That is a line I used that in my piece about it. I was like, we try and live by the fact that there are things you can only do in Battlefield.
They're really
when we play this game, like
sorry, COD.
Yeah, when we play this game and I parachute out of a helicopter, shoot out a window, slide through it, and kill 2 people. And
I want you to know that that happened.
And then plant a bomb. Yes, I did that.
But
and that could only happen in this game, and that's what makes Battlefield so awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it's just there's so much stuff that like, and this is what happened last time I played Battlefield. I played Battlefield Bad Company 2 with a squad of people. It wasn't just like it is. Like, right now it's just you and me. I played with like 4 or 5 people.
Yeah, like a real
and
squad.
We fucking destroyed.
Yeah,
we had like over an 80% win to loss ratio. I was at like a 1.9 KD. My other squad mate Nick was at a 1.9 KD, and we would just dominate. Yeah. Ryan was our pilot. Everybody had like a job. Like Ryan was our pilot. He would fly us wherever we needed to go. He was very good. He was a good medic. And like that's the thing, like everybody's got a job.
That's kind of how we operate. I mean, like we play Rush a lot, and like thankfully you don't need like a full squad for that. It would be great if we had it, but it's good, and it's good when Fred is here because he fills out the roster a little bit more.
Yeah.
But like when it comes down to just you and me playing in squad, and you know whether or not playing Rush and whether or not our squad is actually good, like you are the guy that more often than not will cover for me, get 100 kills and like 2 deaths or whatever, and I'll sprint in there and I'll plant the bomb and I'll kill who I have to, but I'm usually running from one objective to the next, setting bombs and handling it.
Yeah, you could sum up our relationship in Battlefield really easy by our game earlier today, where I had 22 kills and 1 death and second place, and you were in first place with
4 kills.
4 kills and 2 deaths.
Yeah,
because you got every plant.
Yeah.
Very, very.
We should have taken a picture of that just because that is and that's the thing. Like I can succeed doing what I do best, and you can come in second place. Like succeed, very well on your own.
What are you trying to say, bitch?
I'm not trying to like.
You don't get those fucking plants without me killing their whole team.
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like everyone can succeed doing exactly what they do best. Yeah. But I will always be better.
You are not.
I came in first place.
Yeah, all right. We got like one instance. Shut the fuck up. But yeah, and the destruction's so good. Like DICE is so good.
It's very cool,
stuff
and it's not something I thought I would care about, but I do care about it. It is cool.
Yeah, and it stops camping. There's no camping really in Battlefield except for snipers.
Well, yeah. Well, in worst case scenario, you just blow
up
the building down. Yeah.
I'm like, oh man, that sucks that they're in that building. Well. Now there's no building.
Yeah.
It's going to be tough for them to camp now.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Oh, God.
And I think it'll only be better on PlayStation 4.
Yeah. Another tip, if you don't want to win in Rush, don't fucking play it. Like, I have so many teammates that when the bomb is, like, planted in Rush, they won't try to disarm it. Go fuck yourself. If you're not trying to at least help us stop from losing, you might not want to win, I'll do the rest. But, like, help us a little.
And it's a ridiculous statement because everyone wants to win, but like not everyone's willing to like do like what needs to be done in that game type.
Snipers, man. Everybody's like, no, man, I'll just snipe. Not even good. But I'm not even frustrated anymore because I'm actually playing really well as we're recording.
Yeah.
So like I'm not nearly as pissed off as I was when we first started recording.
Your mood changed like noticeably. I'll say that.
I was very upset at our teammates.
Yeah.
Also, I have a video going up pretty soon on our website. It's just a
quick montage.
It's not even no, I don't like that word. It's not a montage. Montage will be coming soon, but it's just a clip. It's a minute and a half of me playing one match. I just want to keep that. It's only one game. All those clips are from one game, and it's just me. I had a good game. I went 40-17 or something like that, and got to do some cool stuff with the sniper and. I edited that. We'll be posting that probably around the same time as this podcast.
Yeah, like we finally got the PPR hooked up to the person who's actually more interested in posting their own accomplishments than I am.
Well, I just do cooler stuff than you.
I
mean, I'm sure we could get a montage of you holding down box while you plant the bomb over.
Don't be ridiculous.
But yeah, I mean, I just do cooler stuff just in general because I try to do cooler stuff. You don't. You just try to plant the bomb.
I do my job.
Hey, you do whatever you need to do, dude.
God,
You're pretty just the way you are.
You make it feel so like wrong.
You're pretty just the way you are, buddy.
Man, I feel bad. I'm gonna go cry.
I know.
You got to me.
And if you're ever a sniper and you get killed with a pistol, you're doing it wrong.
Like that.
Yeah. But sorry, we're really just off track.
There's too much Battlefield. But this is basically the Battlefield podcast.
Yeah, it's all that we've been doing for the last 2
Yeah.
weeks. Since this game's come out, we've pretty much done nothing but play Battlefield.
And
I have not played another game.
And it's almost because like I don't know what else I would be doing if
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting for the next generation.
Yeah, the next generation will be here in a couple of days.
I'm right around the corner, dude.
Yep. It's very exciting.
So the next thing I wanted to do this week, which I thought would be kind of cool, is I don't know. For now, I was going to call it Quick Topic, where we just
name.
well, we can work in the names. Anyone with name ideas, just send them in, and that goes for anything. Change the name of the podcast if you have a good enough one. That'd be pretty good though. Anyway, I'm just gonna look at some of my favorite news stories this week and get just a quick couple sentence opinion on it from the both of us, I guess. So, you ready?
Yep.
Okay. Now, this one actually brings up an interesting point. This is a piece talking about whether or not Infamous Second Son, whether or not Seattle is going to be enough like the real Seattle.
I mean, I could give a shit less.
Which, I mean, like, I've never been there. I don't really care about that.
I could be
but
this tree isn't really there.
Yeah, I mean, oh man, this building is slightly out of place. But it does raise an interesting point when you're also comparing it to games like Black Flag, which has apparently wonderfully recreated whatever the main town is. I can't remember it.
You're forgetting the greatest...
And like the recreation of Rome and stuff like that. And
you're forgetting the greatest recreation game of all time.
I have a feeling it's going to be Metal Gear Solid just because that's what your go-to is.
First of all, no.
Oh, okay.
I wish it was Metal Gear Solid.
Wait,
Getaway.
Damn it.
You would have never gotten that.
No, I wouldn't know.
The Getaway from PlayStation 2, which, have you ever played it?
No.
Well, fuck you. Don't give me that. No.
No, it's just, like, this is the most random thing. I was not expecting this. I'm not insulting it. I just was not expecting
The Getaway is an awesome fucking game.
Okay.
Awesome fucking game. That game was better than Grand Theft Auto 3.
Okay.
And it came out at the same time.
Alright.
It fucking completely recreates London. It's awesome.
Have you been to London?
No, I read about it.
Okay.
I've read that it's like extremely
And you were
accurate.
obviously very impressed when it...
Yo, I could go play that game right now. Oh, man, I wish they'd remake that game.
Alright.
Shuhei, you need to fucking call somebody about The Getaway.
Shuhei will never hear this.
No, he won't, but if you do...
But somebody's got to do something.
Somebody's got to know Shuhei. Greg. Greg will probably never hear this. Jimmy Champagne, get on it.
Yeah, yeah. Anyone who meets Shuhei, call in a special favor, tell him Sean sent you. He won't know what that means.
Yeah, he'll have no idea what that means.
He'll be like, Sean could be anyone.
That white kid who had a sunburnt friend at Beyond 300.
Oh, yeah.
Are you forget
Who's that sunburnt kid?
Yeah, you'll forget I met
was
Shuhei.
me, everybody. I was the reddest, whatever, the person there.
Yeah.
Okay, so next one. The more news about the Warcraft movie coming out.
Who gives a fuck about the Warcraft movie?
I gives a fuck. Okay, now that has been something I've been asking for since I was like 12. Now I don't know if I care as much, but
are you gonna play the expansion?
That's what this is actually about. This is what this is segueing into.
I was gonna say we better not have a Warcraft movie topic on our fucking podcast because I really don't have much to say.
No, I'm sorry about that. I might, Sean. I always have.
Yeah,
and I know you don't want me to, but
I mean, if you want to, play your free trial.
I've played every Warcraft.
I mean, it's fine. I will think less of you. It's not that big of a deal.
I don't really care about that. I mean,
it's not that big of a deal.
How much lower can your respect for me go?
I mean, yeah, that's true.
And vice versa. I mean, like, I don't know what else you could do to diminish yourself in my eyes, but I think we're pretty much at each other's
As I pull up my Snuggie.
Yeah, right. Let me just adjust my Snuggie.
Snuggies are cool.
Snuggies are not cool. They're not bow ties. You can't make them work.
Doctor Who references.
Doctor Who references.
God, it's so close. Sorry. 50th anniversary is in 13 days. Something like that.
Sure. Diablo 3 has exclusive features for PS4.
That's cool. I want to play Diablo 3 on PS4.
I might do it. Maybe like I really okay. I didn't hate it.
You didn't hate
I was
it.
exceptionally underwhelmed. I think was a good way to put it.
Because the game didn't work when it came out. Shocker.
It didn't work.
An online game doesn't work at launch.
And like that just soured the taste for me instantly. I was instantly like,
oh, and we also played with a bunch of dicks.
Yeah, we play with like people. So I mean, I have this pet peeve like. And Sean and I are the same on this. Like, if Sean and I play Borderlands 2 together, we are not allowed to play those characters ever
You
without
better
each
not.
other.
Yeah, you better not.
Like,
Unless we're maxed.
It's like we're in a monogamous relationship. Like, you are not allowed to play those characters without me.
Please never talk about us in a monogamous relationship again.
I think we're close enough for that.
I hate you.
I'm gonna touch you now.
Anyway, Jack, I swear to fucking God. Anyway, like, it would be like, we would be playing, I'd be like, oh, cool, I got a sorcerer, I think they call him. A sorcerer, and I'm like a level...
Oh, you're talking about Diablo.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
like, man, I got like a level 4 sorcerer, and then Nick would jump in with his level, like, 52, or I don't know what the max actually was, probably 50. He's like level 42 witch doctor that would, like, throw out fucking... small
like
Whoopi
legions
Goldbergs
of dogs and
to
like,
go fight people,
or Whoopi Gold. I don't know, whatever.
And so you didn't know where I was going with that.
No, I was not expecting that.
It's right, I didn't know where I was going with that one either. But to go fight, and it would just kill everything in one hit, and that's not fun.
Yeah, it's not fun, and like, and you know, even people our level would like run ahead while I'm like doing inventory stuff, and like, look, I get it. It's painful to like sit around while other people do like menu management, but sorry, that's an RPG. You gotta like. Look at your weapons, you gotta look at your gear, and, like, I don't want you to run ahead and, like, you know, fight the main boss of the game while I'm like, which staff is better?
Yeah, which wrap around my loin.
Exactly. That is exactly, and that's not even in the video game anymore. I think about that every day.
I hate you.
But that bothers me, you know?
And I think that, like, we now, just for anybody that was listening to our podcast a couple of days ago, actually.
Yeah.
Where I don't even know when this is going to post, but we were talking about how we were trying to get our friend Fred to buy a PlayStation 4. Mission accomplished. Headshot.
Oh, yeah.
He's getting a PlayStation 4.
Yay.
So we have that. We could play Diablo with him. We could play Diablo with, I'm sure, if,
Sean,
you know.
he was one of the people I was talking about. No,
I know.
he is one of those
but
people
we'll be
that
able
likes
to
run ahead. But
we'll be able to manage it better because it won't be on a computer. I felt out of my element.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, I mean, I'm excited about that. I'll give it a try. And you know, all jokes aside, there will be dead spots in this next generation where I won't have
Like
anything
at
to
launch?
play. Yeah, maybe. Well, no, Assassin's Creed 4 is pretty meaty. So, but yeah, you know, I'm sure we'll get a chance to get some hours in with that.
Yeah, I think, like I said, I love Diablo 1. I was a huge Diablo 1 fan, so I feel like we could definitely get some time in, and that'll be fun.
That sounds good to me.
Diablo 4 is going to be good. Or Diablo 3, sorry. I'm, like, way ahead of the game.
Diablo 4 will probably be good, too.
Diablo 4 will probably come out when I'm, like, 100.
Yeah. They'll be
And
like,
it won't-
hey, remember Diablo? And she'll
and
be
it-
like, I don't remember anything anymore.
And it won't
That's
work
depressing, I'm sorry.
It won't work at launch either.
No, probably won't. They still won't have figured it out.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. So the next one was whether or not system specifications matter between the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4.
Oh, this is really easy. No.
No? Why not?
I don't think they give... I care about games.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
really give a
the
fuck
exclusive
if
games
one
are
boots.
what...
As long as one of them doesn't have something crazy, like a 59% failure rate, I think that...
Well, yeah, you would think that would ruin the console.
Yeah, that would be... It's not like somebody would buy 6 of them.
Xbox 360 jokes, Sean bought 6 of them.
I did buy 6 Xbox 360s.
Yeah, but no, you're of the opinion that really when it comes down to the I mean, they're both very advanced next-gen consoles. How crazy different
what
could
could
they be? Exactly. Like, how bad could it be between the two, you know?
But then again, it could be bad.
It could be bad. But, I mean, you saw, like, everyone at the beginning of this generation was like, wow, the PlayStation 3, like, is much more powerful than the Xbox 360.
It's really not that much more powerful.
Yeah, but, like, everyone was obsessed with that before it came out. And then nobody really cares because what happened? It was based, like, this...
Because it was $600 and had no games for 2 years.
Not where I was going, but that did matter as well. No, what mattered was the fact that, like, frankly, PlayStation 3 kind of failed on the services end until later in the generation, you know?
Yeah, and then it fucking came up strong.
Yeah,
80 million units over the lifetime.
Exactly, and in the beginning, Xbox was where the services were. It's, like, where you should have been as a gamer.
Yeah.
And, like, you know, you can argue fanboys or not, but when it comes down to it, like, I'm gonna be on the console that I feel is the best thing for me to be on. And like at the beginning of this generation, that was not the PlayStation.
No, it was not. That's why I didn't have. I always had a PlayStation, but
That's why it wasn't your primary.
Yeah, I didn't really care about my PlayStation. It was
Right.
it was like I actually used it to hold my bed up for a little while.
No, you did not.
Yes, I swear to
Oh
God.
my
Ask
God.
Fred.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
I just didn't care about the fucking thing.
Yeah, all right.
I was like, oh man, I'm gonna use this to play one game a year.
So I'll put a bet on it.
Yeah,
Use it as a pillow, perhaps. Footrest. I don't
it's a terrible pillow.
know. Yeah, it wouldn't be comfortable at all. Might be good to put a pillow on top of. It has a nice shape to it.
You're a little weird.
It does. Anyway, the next thing on the list is Kingdoms of Amalur is being auctioned off
Good, maybe
as an
someone will buy
intellectual property. At least that's as far as I understand it.
Go to
These are
anybody-
literally headlines that I just picked from different sites. It's a collaboration of a bunch of different news outlets. So forgive me if I haven't read into all of these. But as far as I know, it's being auctioned off, and that auction is happening in December.
it. Cool. Let anybody but EA buy it.
Why do you say that?
Just I don't know.
Worst company in America.
Yeah, way worse than Bank of America. Anyway,
No, but that's very interesting for me because I mean, okay, I'll be entirely honest. That game was probably great. I didn't give it enough of a chance, but I feel like it is a franchise that could go places.
who do you want to see buy it?
Maybe EA actually. Maybe
Naughty
have
Dog.
BioWare pick it up. BioWare is good at big universes, and Amalur was huge.
I just want Naughty Dog to buy everything.
Naughty Dog should just make all the games forever, but then it wouldn't really be pure anymore, would it?
Who gives a fuck?
Well, I mean,
Let's
that's
let Naughty Dog buy them all.
let it just be the gaming industry.
Let's sell it to. Yeah, in all honesty, EA BioWare would probably be the way to go.
Yeah, right.
That'd be,
I
like,
think that
kinda
wouldn't
cool.
actually be that. I mean, they're good at they.
Let's let Blizzard
Amalur
pick
was
it up.
originally supposed to be an MMO, and I mean, people are not huge fans of it, but BioWare did make a successful MMO in
Knights of the Old Republic.
not Knights, just the Old Republic. That's what it was. I
Oh.
couldn't remember the name of it. Thank you though.
You're welcome.
SWOTOR, as our more nerdy friends know.
Yeah.
we try not to call it that
Yeah, I tried not to talk about that game actually ever. But
ever again. But I mean, I thought that was cool. It's always good to see, like, if that happened with more franchises that just seem to die out, I think it would be interesting.
yeah, I got a notebook page mile long fucking games that I would love to see come back.
Yeah?
Siphon Filter.
It's like, yeah.
Bring it back.
Make it happen.
Shuhei.
Calling out to him again?
Yeah.
What are the odds?
I got a lot of stuff I want to ask him apparently today.
Yeah. Now this one is kind of a throwback to our earlier topic. An executive behind WoW states, first of all, that it has a long future ahead of it. As in, they are not canceling that game anytime soon. They're not putting it to bed.
Okay.
And another story also states
Never
that
going free to play.
it is never going free to play.
I read that.
So, how do we feel about that? I mean, I know, okay, this one actually is more for me. Because you haven't played those games. So,
I just won't give them my money.
yeah.
I was a huge fan of Warcraft. Like just the
Me too.
the original one.
Like Warcraft 1?
Yes.
Because I played Warcraft 3.
Yeah. I mean,
And that was good stuff.
That's adorable. No, Warcraft 1 and then Warcraft 2 were amazing.
Yeah?
And then I stopped. I never got into Warcraft 3.
It was good.
And I played it. I just didn't like it as much.
Oh.
I don't know what it was about Warcraft 1 and 2. It's the same thing with, I loved Age of Empires 1. I loved old school. I love old school RTSs.
Yeah, RTSs have always been a big thing. I love what the modding communities always do with it, but that's another thing entirely.
You happy about that, or I'd like to see it go to bed?
Honestly, I mean, games are not fresh or stale based on how long they've been around. They are good based on, like, exactly what I just said, how fresh they are. Like, can they keep new content, exciting content going after 10 years and, like, 5 expansions?
5? Is it?
I'm
there's,
guessing.
a lot
I don't
more.
know. I
feel
could
like
go
it's
through
like-
it. All right, so
I feel like
let's-
there's 100.
now there's Burning Crusade, the Lich King,
Yeah, Cataclysm.
Cataclysm,
Pandas.
Pandaria, Mists of Pandaria. and then whatever this new one is. I think that's it. I could easily. I don't think anyone is gonna call me on it.
I think it's like Nights of Never Getting Laid, or I don't know.
Hey, be nice.
I have actually no problem with, like, I don't like a lot of the people that I know that play Warcraft. I don't really like them, but you know, some of them are
As
okay.
a rule, they don't really have.
You're
most.
fine.
Yeah, you're probably okay. oh, thank you. I'm okay.
My biggest thing is like a lot of people will be like, World of Warcraft is the greatest game, and then be
That's
like every other game is like no,
I mean,
not as good as Warcraft.
You can think Warcraft's the best game you've ever played, but like you don't. It's typically MMOs become like the game that you play.
Yeah,
so
you can't do much.
It's
other than play
quite
them.
likely that if someone is really into an MMO, they haven't played as many games as other people. It's just it makes sense.
Really, but like you're not gonna walk past someone playing The Last of Us and be like, wow, that's
that
better.
Looks great.
That's better.
They like with this expansion, they're just updating. Not this isn't the only thing they're doing, but this is the first time in a long time they're updating the character models to not look like
crap.
kind of garbage anymore. I mean, when they came out, I'm sure it was nice, but that like how far
Also,
has the gaming community
I was gonna say
come?
when they came out,
Exactly. Yeah.
George Bush was still president,
Oh, that's old. That is old.
and I think he was still in his first fucking term.
Yeah.
Oh, where's your
He would
face,
have been.
dude?
God,
Yeah.
I'm an old gamer.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
No, you're not. No,
well,
don't say that. You're gonna piss some people off.
I know, but I've been playing video games more than half my life.
I've been playing video games for more than 75% of my life.
Yeah.
I've been playing video games for more than 85% of my life.
Oh, guys, sorry, I didn't mean to set Sean off. He gets very sensitive when someone claims gamerhood to
I'm
almost
just
as long
saying.
as him.
I'm just saying, I know what it's like.
No, I get it.
I don't even remember a time when I didn't play video games.
I don't even remember. I was weaned on a controller.
Yeah, I was gonna say. What does Bane say?
I never knew something until I was a man.
Yeah.
You were born. Sorry, I was born in the
I was
dark.
born into gaming. You merely adopted it.
Yeah.
I did not see an Ethernet connection until
It's
I was
been a long
already
time
man.
since we talked Batman podcast.
It has been.
That's it.
This is fucking spiraling.
One thing I actually wanted to talk to you about, when it was initially introduced, it was maybe I assumed, but I was under the impression that the PlayStation camera, the Eye or whatever, would be $100. It's only $60.
Who cares?
I mean, like that doesn't affect you at all. You're not interested at
Oh,
all.
God, no.
Because for $60,
For $60, that's a game.
Yeah, but like,
What are you gonna do? Name one thing you're gonna do with it.
I shouldn't buy it until someone has a cool application for it.
But
I'm
then
just
you'll
saying,
do it
like,
once. You'll play it once.
I mean,
Dude,
like,
don't get
I'm not
Just
gonna,
Danced.
No, I'm not going to be Just Danced. I've never tried just
No, but like
Danced.
that's what I call it when people make stupid fucking decisions to buy
They
a camera.
buy into like a craze.
They're like,
or
oh
something like
man, that does look like a lot of fun. Because I was that guy, Jack, and don't do it. I
that.
didn't
No.
play Just
I would have
Dance,
to
so.
see. I would have to see several games that I want to play have interesting applications.
That camera would have to
interesting
be
uses
better.
for the camera and move controls. And
That
stuff like
camera would have to be better than 2 games for me to justify that. So that would have to come out in a month where I have an extra $120 because you're not gonna just buy the camera, you're gonna buy the camera in a game.
Maybe. Well, that's the thing. So with Xbox games this generation, you saw a couple games come out with some interesting
Nope.
Kinect support. Now, personally, I was not interested in it, but it like there I could see how other people might like that. So if they're weaved into the games well, and there are more than a few games that I would want to use it with, then I will purchase it. It's the same rule I have for consoles. Like I only bought a 3D. Actually, I bought a 2DS, but I only bought into the whole DS thing after Pokemon was out because I wanted to play that really badly, and I'm interested in Animal Crossing as well. So,
Oh, right.
like I'm gonna be absorbed in that game for a long time. So
Right.
be ready for that.
I have to hear about your fucking leaves.
Yeah, my leaves.
By the
Is
way,
that
guys,
a
if
thing?
anybody else plays like Animal Crossing, I have nothing against Animal Crossing. I have just things with.
Sean has a thing
Jack
against me playing
Animal
games that
Crossing.
I am gonna
Well,
want to talk about all the time.
and never stop playing.
Yes.
You play bad
It's not
games.
you, it's
you play
me.
games that right. You play games that like Ogre Battle. I still have to hear about. That game came out in like 1990 fucking
I
whatever.
think it came out in 2001. No, that can't be right. When did that game come out? I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But it came out a long time ago.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, I still talk about that game because that was a great game. And anyone who says otherwise is gonna have to come fight me because I will not relent. I loved that game.
It's not nearly as threatening as it sounds. But anyway.
Yeah, I'm soft.
Yeah, so I don't know. Yeah, Warcraft is old.
Oh yeah, that's how they started. Yeah, I don't know. It's like I'm surprised that that he says like there's no foreseeable, but maybe that's just marketing talk.
It could be.
They don't want everyone to just be like, oh, it's dead.
I mean, they're working on Titan, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's going to
still
usher
a
in the
thing?
true, and it's still a thing, and apparently, it's like very different from what it was when they announced it. But like,
It's impossible for it to live up to World of Warcraft.
you think?
Oh, God, yes.
I think it's gonna have a problem. The same problem as Diablo 3 is that the expectations are really,
The
really
expectations
super
are crazy.
high.
They should just clone World of Warcraft, right? And call it World of StarCraft. Bam! You're welcome for your fucking next billion.
That was basically what the Old Republic was, but with Star Wars instead of StarCraft.
Yeah, but Blizzard didn't do it.
Fair enough. Maybe that was a good thing. But yeah, that was a. That might be all of the news stuff that we have.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything else. I mean, that's all I have on the list. Is there anything else you can think of?
Not really. I was talking about Call of Duty earlier. I will play Call of Duty eventually. I have it reserved for PlayStation 4. My biggest thing with COD is like it's very hard for me to play Call of Duty the same year that Battlefield was released because Battlefield is typically much better. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
I
at
just
least
don't
in my
care
opinion.
enough about. You barely got me to
shooters.
play Battlefield.
I barely. You're like a level 30 and you play for like 5 hours a day, but I barely got you to play.
Yeah, no, that's accurate though. Like normally when you want me to play a game, you're just like, oh hey, play this game, it's good, and I'm like, oh, that's probably good, you know. But this one I was like, man, it does not sound like my type of game. And it's not even that it's a military shooter; it's that it's a sequel of a military shooter that I didn't love past iterations of. That's pretty much the worst case scenario. But you got me to get it, so yeah, it was good. It's good.
Yeah, I think we spiraled a little bit too much in this podcast, but it's okay.
Yeah.
We got way off topic, but it's all good.
Make it work. But I think that's it. I mean, we added some other things we should probably mention. We added some sexy new music to the beginning and end.
Yeah, it's 15 seconds. You can't sue us.
Yeah, hopefully. We still need some legal help. We could have a problem. We don't know yet. We'll play it by ear. If I ever get a request for us to stop, I would be more than happy to do that.
I'm actually going to be looking into new music for the podcast next weekend. So
That's cool. Oh, and if anyone has any ideas of tracks they'd like us to use or something like that, or
talking to Brian Altano.
God forbid you make music and want us to use it, and like use it in a place where very few people will hear it, I have a spot for you. The beginning and end of the podcast.
We're talking to Brian Altano. He just released a electronica album.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he says he's gonna be pretty cool with it. I think.
Alright.
Because he said it on Facebook. So.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you are going to talk to Brian Altano.
Yeah, I got some in the works.
All right, we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's exciting. I guess that wraps everything up. You can follow me on Twitter at Jack of Couch Co-op. You can follow Sean at NJ Sean Pitts. You can follow SEAN.
Sorry,
yes,
yawning.
wants to know everyone to know that. The couch can. The site can be found at the Couch Co-op, and you can follow us there for regular updates on anything we post, anything we find out that we just feel like tweeting about, and you can find my writing on thecouchcoop.com and a few pieces at GameWar.com.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah.
That's all factual information. Checks out.
That checks out?
Yep.
Did you check it?
Yep.
It's all cited properly. Anyway, that wraps it up. Thank you very much for listening, and keep gaming.
Geronimo. Shut the fuck up. I didn't buy it. It's also a New York Yankees.
Sean owns a Snuggie.
It was a gift.
We're gonna put this in the end.
good. I hope you do. It was
I
a
need
gift.
people need to know.
They're super comfortable. I would never buy myself a Snuggie.
But you own one and you're not upset about it.
I wouldn't return it. That would be rude, and I wouldn't not use it. That would also be rude.
I imagine it is good for video games. A blanket with
great.
hands in the front.
You're so jealous. I could feel your jealousy.
Jealous is the wrong word. But,
Nope.
I mean, I'm starting to consider the practical applications.
It's very comfortable.
That's a dude in front of you, by the way.